my little Brushflies, welcome back to my channel Brushfly MUA. If you're new here, hi, my name is Mercedes, I'm the face behind Brushfly MUA, and if you are new, please remember to hit that subscribe button because at 100 subscribers I will be doing a giveaway. And if you're not new, hi, welcome back, make sure you're subscribed, and let's jump into this video. So, recently I reviewed this on my channel. I have had it for a long time. I got this when it came out. My lovely husband and children got it for my 30th birthday, which was nearly 2 years ago. How did this come out nearly 2 years ago? But as we all know, Tati Beauty is closing, itchy nose, is closing their doors, which is such a shame because this is such a damn good palette. And I know a lot of people are a bit upset at the moment because they weren't able to get their hands on it. They were waiting for Tati to reopen and restock it, and she's not. Which is absolutely devastating because I know how hard Tati worked for this, and I know she has a lot going on, which is why the doors to Tati Beauty are closing. But because I know a lot of people are upset over the fact that Tati Beauty is closing and you weren't able to get your hands on this, I have decided to try and find some dupes that are within my own personal collection. So it's very Revolution heavy. As you know, I love Revolution, Makeup Revolution London. So it is a very Makeup Revolution heavy video. But they're the palettes that I have in my collection that I feel can dupe this. Not 100%, not all the shades, not all in one palette, but I do have a selection that I'm going to go through and show you. So I love the Tati Beauty palette because you have a real nice selection of mattes, sequins, metallics and glitters. What really sold this palette to me was the glitters. I love glitter. Not a lot of people do though. So I'm going to show you a mixture of palettes. One that has glitters in and the rest that don't, because I know not everyone wants glitters. They're not technically eye safe, they can damage your eye, so I completely understand why people do not want glitters in eyeshadow palettes. But if you do like the glitter and that's what draws you to the Tati Beauty one but you can't get it, I do have one. So the first dupe that I'm going to go for is the Revolution and Seeble Night to Night palette. So usually you can get this on their website. I believe she's a Turkish influencer. I'm sorry if I've got that wrong, but I've done a little bit of research. I don't really know her. I haven't watched her channel, but I know that, you know, I believe she's Turkish. I love this packaging. I think this is some of the best packaging to come from an influencer and makeup brand collab. I love this. And this is what you get inside. So at the moment I am doing a Shop My Stash. This is in my collection, and I think the tones in this are actually quite similar to the Tati Beauty textured neutrals. So here they are side by side. Now you might be looking and thinking, well, not completely. Well, no, but there are a few shades in here that you could get away with duping, and it has a few glitters. Now there are two shades in here that I will tell you to stay away from, and that is this one here and this one here. They are that weird Vaseline glitter formula. Nasty, it's going to carry germs, it literally looks like crap on the lid. It does nothing. But this shade up here and this shade down here are true glitters and work really, really well. I have used them without glitter glue, and with glitter glue they work really well. So I'm gonna swatch some of the shades. So I'm gonna go in the Tati Beauty one. So I'm gonna swatch Story there, which is the more orangey toned shadow. And then I'm going to grab my Revolution and Seeble palette and go for the orangey tone up here. Now yes, they are not a perfect match, but you do have a slight orange tone. So what would I pair that up with? Well, I would probably use a glitter, you know, me being me. So in the story section, you have this glitter up here. Which is beautiful. And then in the Seaball one, you have this glitter here. So I feel both the glitter shades and the matte shades would work really, really well together. Yes, the shade is not completely there with the mattes, but it's similar. Now, let's go in and look at some of the metallics in this palette and the Tati palette. So you have Poet, which is this nice red column, and you have this really gorgeous metallic shade up here. And then in the Seaball one, you have this one here. Slightly different in tone, but you get what I'm going for. They are kind of similar. We also have the Soothe column, which again has a really nice metallic. And then in the Seaball one, we have this one here. Again, not an exact same shade, but I feel close enough. Then we also have the Poet glitter shade, which mine is nearly out, so I hope I can swatch it. I'll do it up here, I think. Not a very long swatch because obviously I'm running out of that one. But then in the Seaball one, you have this glitter here. And as you can see, maybe not an exact dupe, but in the Tati Beauty palette, you have like the red glitter shade, but you also have the black glitter shade. And I feel this one from the Seaball palette, if you were to mix the two together, that's what you would come up with. I think it is actually a really good little palette to dupe from. There are a few other shades like these two down here. You know, I'm pretty sure people would agree that it looks a bit similar and a bit similar. So I definitely think this palette from Revolution and Seaball is definitely a winner when it comes to duping. I think it is a stunning little palette. I have been playing with it for a few days now. Obviously I put it in my Shop My Stash and it's great. It's gorgeous. It works really well. The formula in the mattes and the metallics is stunning. It's so soft. It really reminds me of the Tati Beauty formula. I don't know why this one is not raved about more, but I think this is stunning. Absolutely stunning. So yeah, I definitely think this is one you need. Revolution quite often have sales on their website. I think I picked this up dirt cheap. I think it was in the sale for like £6. Not very expensive. I did buy it at the beginning of the year. Hopefully they still have it. But you know, if not, quite often Revolution puts their old makeup in TK Maxx, so sometimes you can find stuff there, but I'm pretty sure it's still on their website. If I find it, I'll link it. But I think this is a stunning, stunning eyeshadow palette, and definitely a dupe for Tati. Okay, so the next two palettes that I feel kind of can help to dupe the Tati one is the Revolution and Soph palettes. Now, I don't think they dupe them on their own. I think they definitely need each other to be able to dupe some of what's in here. There's no glitters, there are mattes and metallics, which I feel work quite well. So, let's try and put these maybe side by side. So I hope you can see what I can see. So this is the Soph Extra Spice palette. and I really think the colour stories don't exactly match and mirror, but I do think there are tones in the Tati one that are in this one. So the Tati one has the poet line, which, you know, kind of this bit. Then you have story, kind of this bit. And then you have soothe, kind of this bit. So there are definitely tones in this palette which I feel really mirror in the Tati Beauty palette. Of course, the Tati Beauty one has some gorgeous, gorgeous shimmer shades, which I feel you find in the Sophan Revolution Super Spice palette. So you have this one and this one, which I feel are actually stunning. You also have like Cookie Dough, which is a repeated shade from the Soph Extra Spice one, but it is the Soothe sort of colour. And you have this one and this one and this one. So there's a few shades that sort of mirrored in this one, but are not as many as the Extra Spice. But I feel like the two metallic shades in this can really mirror some of the metallic shades that are in the Tati Beauty palette. Now, I could swatch them all, but you just saw some swatches from the Siebel one, so I think you'll get my gist of it. The Siebel one I think is the most dupeable one. I think that is the one I would recommend to everyone to get if they want a Tati Beauty one but they can't get it. Plus as well, my arm is still recovering from the swatches. It didn't want to come off, so I kind of don't want to go back in because the glitter is a nightmare. So the next one that I feel you could kind of dupe is the Revolution Courage Wild Animal palette. Now this one I feel is more neutral, but obviously the Tati Beauty Textured Neutrals Volume 1 is a neutral palette. So I definitely feel like this shade, this shade, this shade, this shade, potentially this shade, they are all in this palette. And then you have some really nice silky, and I mean silky, metallic shades. You know, you've got this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, which I feel are somewhat mirrored in this. So I hope you can see what I'm seeing. Like, I hope I'm not just looking at these palettes and being like, yeah, they completely like swatch and work well and look the same. Perhaps I'll swatch a few from this one, because I can link my Soph one down below so you can kind of watch it if you wanted to. So yeah, I have swatched just a few. I hope you can see them. Stunning. I think they would work really, really well. So yeah, I love this one. It is another great one. Definitely one for duping. And the last one is not a full dupe because it's only a £9 palette. This is the Kylie Cosmetics Cocoa one. I thought I would add this one in just in case, because it is an older palette. People might have this in their collection. But you know, it's not one you can really get anymore unless you are lucky enough to find it on eBay, but even then you have to be careful that it's not a fake. But yeah, I think some of the tones in this match some of the tones in this. So you have like the oranges, the browns, the quite light brown, and then you have like the shimmery metallic shades. So this is not 100% fantastic dupe, but I just thought if you do have this in your collection and you don't want to have to go buy new eyeshadow palettes, you could think, oh yeah, I didn't think of that. I can now rummage through my collection and find this one out. So I definitely think this one is another dupe. I'm going to try and quickly swatch it. Okay, so that is not the whole palette swatched. It's just a few of the shades I've decided to grab. But yeah, I think this could work really, really well if you already have it in your collection. It's not the best formula, and it's not on Tati's level, and I don't even think it's on Revolution's level. But you know, it's one that's, if it's in your collection, you can pull it out, create an eye look that's pretty similar to something you create with the Tati Beauty one. So yeah, those are the palettes that I have in my own personal collection. I didn't go out and buy those just specifically for this video. They are what I have pulled out from my makeup storage and I thought, yes, you work, you kind of work, maybe you could work. So yeah, I definitely think if you were to go through your own personal makeup collection, you could find stuff in there that could quite easily mimic and dupe what's in this palette. So if you don't have it and you really wanted it but you can't get it, don't feel sad. There is stuff out there that can create looks that you would create with this, and especially the Revolution ones I feel would work very, very well. Their formula is chef kiss awesome. I love them. I love Revolution. There are palettes in the Revolution realm that I don't like. You know, it's just part of loving makeup. You find some you love and you don't. But the ones I have in my collection that I have said in this video, I think would work really, really well. Obviously the Seaball one, that is the one I would definitely recommend at my tippy top. Yeah, and the animal one, probably just below that. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this has helped you. If you are feeling sad that Tati Beauty is closing down and that you can't get your hands on this palette, but don't feel sad because there are ways to dupe makeup and eyeshadows. Just because you don't have the actual thing doesn't mean you can't create a look from that palette. So just have a look through your makeup collection, see what you have, and if you have anything that's like that, it doesn't have to be those palettes. I'm not telling you have to go buy those palettes, but if you have some of those in your collection already, or you see them on sale, or you have something similar in your collection, just grab it out and think, yes, I can dupe you. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.